My name is George Jenkins, and I am the owner of a Porsche 911 GT3. And I am the owner of a Porsche 911 GT3, which is this blue one. It is it's a unique car and a unique color. As a matter of fact, this is the first Porsche in the world that was with this San Marino blue, the very first one in the world. And it took 22 months to order the car, and the reason that it took so long is because the color was owned and is owned by BMW. So Porsche and BMW had to cooperate in order for Porsche to use this color. Up close, I don't know if the camera will be able to show it, but she kind of sparkles. And great car. Normally aspirated. Here we have basically two 911. Show also the red one. The 911 is a car that has been around for 60 years, and it has evolved in many different models. But what we have here is two different families. There is the Carrera family, this beautiful, gorgeous red of this GTS, which belongs to the Carrera family, and the GT family, that is GT3, GT2 RS, and the GT Carrera. Different families, but the same DNA. Still a 911. They have the same way of handling. In my opinion, the people who own a Porsche, they buy that car because of the pleasure of driving. Main difference between the GTS and that GT3 is that let me open the GTS. Is as you can see, is a gorgeous color, and this model here is PDK, so it has paddle shifter, and it is perhaps what is considered one of the most sophisticated gearbox in the world. It is all computer controlled. The car knows, the computer monitors the RPM, the speed, the angle of the suspensions. As a driver, you press the accelerator and it's almost that the car knows what your intentions are. Like an iPhone, it's some of those products that are intuitive. So it's extremely intelligent, extremely reliable, very fast, and it is a pleasure to drive. So we move to the GT3, and there are two models in the GT3. There is a GT3, which is this one, and a GT3 RS. And the GT3 RS comes only with paddle shift, with the PDK paddle shift. The reason why I chose this car, the GT3, is because, let me open the door. As you can tell from inside, it's a manual car. It is a 6-speed manual, and it has a clutch. So as you notice, I have white hair, so I am of the old school. Well, I enjoyed the manual experience. Why? Because there is this marriage between human and the mechanical side, the car, that you don't have with the PDK. Said that, if you want to track the car and you do it for racing purposes, the PDK is much faster. But in my mind, the manual is much more pleasurable. Beauty of Porsche is that there is a lot of aftermarket, and one of the passion of Porsche owners is to personalize the car. So it has your little touch. But even when you personalize a car, you have to do it with finesse. You notice that this car has been personalized. But for example, if you're a Porsche aficionado, you would notice that some carbon fiber has been added. This little wing in the top of the rear windshield, or the fixed wing, all in carbon fiber, and the rear diffuser. So the owner of the car is he wanted to make the Porsche looks like his own car, but again, he didn't do it too obviously. He did it with a good touch. One thing I wanted to point out in both cars, we have this addition, and this is called an anti-buffeting device. The buffeting, when you drive the car, you're alone in the car. You have the passenger window that is closed, and there is a buffeting effect. What it is that, and it happens to many of you, that you drive the car in 30-35 miles an hour, you have boom, 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 boom. That's because the air is entering the car, and the pressure is creating all that noise. Solution is that when you're alone in the car, you just roll the passenger window just by an inch or two, and that releases the pressure that is created by the buffeting. However, you can add this little device, and you see this little lip? What it does is gets the air, and it moves the air out from the side of the road, so the air never has a chance to enter the inside of the car. I did the same thing with my GT3. I added some carbon fiber. This is carbon fiber on the air intake. I added the wing on the rear windshield, and of course had the anti-buffeting devices, and the front carbon fiber. Little changes. The GT3 cover for the one nut, and I put it the logo. Performance-wise, that's where the big difference comes. Today, GTS or Carreras are turbocharged. Nothing wrong with turbo, but it's a way to have small engine and draw a tremendous amount of horsepower out of it. One of the drawbacks of the turbo is a turbo lag. When the car is at low RPM, 2,000, 2,500 RPM, and you press the accelerator, there is what is called turbo lag. However, this was a real problem in the 1980. In 2025, that problem is so small that it's almost undetectable. So you have a small engine, low carbon in the atmosphere, and extraordinary power. Particularly the GTS is 470 horsepower, and on the GT3, this is a normally aspirated engine. So it's the old school, no turbo, no lag. The sound is completely different. The sound of a normally aspirated engine is much fuller. It gives you the cruise bumps. Normally cars, today's car, they rev maximum at 6,500 RPM, 6,000 RPM. This GT3 revs at 9,000 RPM. And I can tell you guys, not because it's my car, but when a GT3 goes above the 6,000 RPM, it's a symphony. It is one of the most beautiful sounds that you can possibly experience. So here we have two cars, high performance car. First thing that pops into people's mind is speed, and the fact that especially with young generation, and this is not a criticism, this is just a constructive suggestion. You buy these cars, but you have to use them responsibly.
it.